Guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is part 4 of the Klingon Bird of Prey build. Now again, this is not the repop kit. This is the original, I believe, 1984 version, which typical of that era of models. The fit sucks. So I got a lot done. I got a lot painted. I've got everything put together. I got the hull 2 halves put together. Wings are done. Now, as far as the hull goes, I'll be honest with you, I had quite the time with this section right in here. And this is where the these side pieces right here kind of came into play, and they connected here. So what I ended up having to do was take some styrene and just kind of fill in these gaps because they were really bad. So a little bit of styrene, it fixed that problem. I'm not real happy with how this part came out around here. I did my best to fill it. I'm sure it'll look fine once it gets painted, but you know, it's just, I'm not totally happy with it, but I'm not going to sit there and try to spend all day fixing it. So that's done. I did get the baffles finished. So they're gunmetal, and I've got the insets painted. I love this gunmetal. This is the AK Extreme Metal paint. It's this one right here that I used. These are wonderful for making anything look like metal. A fellow YouTuber and modeler, John Paul, actually got me hooked on these things. He told me about them and told me to try them out, and he said I like them a lot, and I do. I've got a whole slew of them. Now, mind you, these are great paints, but they are not cheap. They range between $10, $12 to $14 a bottle for this, and these bottles are only what's the milliliters on these things? 30 ml bottles, which is not too terribly bad, but for the price point, it's kind of pricey. But the outcome, as you can see, is wonderful. And this is just a couple of coats of the Extreme AK Extreme Metals. Comes out beautifully. So I would recommend getting these paints. Like I said, to me they're worth their weight in gold. I mean, it's yes, it's pricey, but it's well worth the price that I'm paying for it. As far as the insets go on these right here, I didn't go with what they were calling for on the directions for color. In fact, I'm not going really canon with a lot of these colors. What I use is Tamiya's RLM Gray XF22, and I just put a couple of coats inside the recesses there, and they came out really good. And it looks like I've got something stuck in there. There it goes. As far as the main hull color goes, I got that mixed up. So I basically took some craft acrylic paints out of the barrel. This one is called Marsh Green, and I put a little bit of white paint in there just to kind of make it a pale green, because the directions call for pale green for the hull color. So I just mixed it up, and I mixed the entire bottle, and I just used the standard distilled water and paint to mix it up, and it comes out really good. Now, it's just using distilled water because it does spray better, I found out. I've always been using tap water, but then someone told me, I believe it was something I watched on YouTube, they said use distilled water, it will perform better because it doesn't have all those contaminants in it. And they're actually quite right. It actually does spray really good. I've already sprayed some of the parts with it already. That's how the color came out. I think that's spot on to the base color of the Bird of Prey. At least, I mean, I think so. I could be wrong, but I think that's darn close. And you can see really good, you can see that gun that I replaced. It was molded into the plastic. You can see that separation there. I think that gun really came out good. I'm really proud of that, to be honest. Oops, sorry. Out of camera, out of frame there. There we go. You see it a little better. So those are painted, and both sides are done. Here's the other side. Again, this color I think is perfect. Now this is not the final color. There is many different shades of green on this ship. And I got a couple of them on mission models. One of them is a green zinc chromate. Is one of the shades that go on. And plus it's going to be weathered with a wash and probably some rust. I'm going to drop some rust in certain spots a little bit. I do have to paint the gunmetal barrels with these guys here soon. Let me put these baffles away. Those baffles came out really good. So basically I'm at the point now where I'm done priming everything, and I'm ready to start laying down the base coat on the rest of the components here and get that done. And then I'm going to take a gloss coat and seal everything so the craft paint doesn't come off. And then I had kind of played around the idea of just going ahead and putting everything together and then giving it a gloss coat and then washing it. I think what I'm going to do is, once I get the baffles on, then I'm going to just gloss and weather and wash the wings and the body separately, and then just attach them later. Because in all best honesty, the way this ship is designed, it will be really no difference if I do it that way versus attaching everything and then, you know, going through the process. So I think it'd be easier for me if I just left the wings out of the equation and weathered the body and the wings separately and then put everything together. Also, I do have to paint the bottom side of the wings with the iconic red wing style here, and I was thinking about using masks, but honestly I think I'm better off just using a brush and doing it by hand. I'm going to try doing that. If it doesn't work out, then I'll think of something else, but I think I'm really going to try doing that by hand and then painting it in and going from there. So, but that's where I'm at right now. Hopefully in episode 5, I'm hoping to have all the paint laid down, all the different shades of green laid down, and then maybe start the weathering process after that. So that's my hope. I don't want to be too much longer on this build. I want to get it done and put it away so I can start working on my next build. The base has already been primered out in the garage. All I gotta do is paint it, and I definitely want to go with a metallic finish for the base. It just, I don't know, to me metallics and rust, that screams Klingon to me. So it's going to come out really good, I think. But anyway, that's pretty much all I got for right now. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on how things are looking, share the color with you, and if you guys think the color is wrong or if it's spot on, just drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you guys think about it. I mean, it's not a custom color, it's just pale green. That's all it is. Which is pretty easy to replicate. So, but let me know if you think it could be different. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to start getting the rest of this stuff sprayed with the base coat, then letting it dry for a couple of hours, and then going in and go ahead and start doing the shading. It looks like I have one little spot I need to put something in here. That's interesting. Sorry. Anyway, no, I see a little divot in the plastic. I'm not sure why. Yeah, figure it out later. My computer went blank on me. So yeah, anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and if you guys have stuck with me till the end of the video, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Tell me what you guys think of this kit, and I will talk to you all next time. Have a good one. Bye.